propaganda. You guys can see it. It looks pretty long. This right here, this is still my body fat. And a lot of people are going to judge me for that. What's happening, people? Good afternoon. I'm about to take my peptides, but before I do, I'd like to talk about them and call you out on something. So first of all, what are peptides? Peptides are short-chain amino acids. Now, amino acids are naturally occurring in the body, and they are the building blocks of protein. First thing to know is that they are natural. And what do they do in the body? They help with multiple parts of our body's function, from muscle growth to helping with your skin, which is an organ, to tissue repair, to neurotransmitter function, to hormonal health. Peptides cover almost everything. You'll have to do your own research, and a lot of them are still being researched right now. But over the years, what I've seen peptides do and what I've heard of them do is they've done things from fixing people's organ issues, like people who have issues with heart disease, kidney disease, people who have been struggling with muscle wasting, people who have had brain fog due to traumatic head injuries, people who've been struggling with chronic fatigue syndrome. Now, I'm not saying this is a miracle cure, and I am not qualified to talk about any of this. I am qualified to talk about it, but I'm not qualified to diagnose anything. I have been taking peptides for a couple of years right now, and what it's done for me is that it has helped me with mental clarity. It has given me a bunch of energy, and I've taken this long enough and I work hard enough to know when something's a placebo. I don't think it's helped with organ anything. For the most part, I am quite healthy. But when it comes to my fitness, when it comes to recovery, and when it comes to mental clarity, and also my mood, which is really important, keeping me anxiety-free, keeping me focused for long hours of time, peptides have really helped. Here's what I wanted to call you guys out on. I'll hear people look at people who are living a certain way, and deep down inside, you might wish you want to live like those people. And I'm not using myself as an example. There are lots of other people out there. There's somebody you admire. They're living a certain way. You're like, man, this person's a high performer. This person is crushing it in life. This person seems to have boundless energy. And sometimes you'll ask them, what do they do? And they're like, yeah, I just eat healthy. I'm a raw vegan. I'm not any of those things. That's why I say don't use me as an example. I'll tell you what I do. They'll tell you I go to sleep on time. I sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. They'll tell you I don't stay stressed and I meditate. Yeah, they do all of those things. But I want y'all to remember that we live in the modern world. And if you live in these United States, then things are challenging. We eat processed food. Everything around us is slowly destroying our health. We are living in a perpetual state of stress. People are walking around angry. We have a rough political situation. There are toxins all over the place. If you're trying to be like these natural people and you're trying to get ahead, then it's going to be very challenging for you. What a lot of these people are not telling you, these people that you look up to, is that some of them take a little bit extra to get ahead. They're just not going to tell you because of the stigma that's attached to it. So when I open this metal box here, and I pull out a syringe, and I put it into a vial, and I stick it into myself, I understand there's going to be a lot of stigma, and a lot of people are going to judge me for that. I'm okay with that, but I am telling you that if you want to get ahead in these United States, then you must understand that the people that are telling you like what you need to do, or the people you're looking up to, they are taking something extra. Now, if you haven't maximized your potential, if you're not going to the gym regularly, if you don't have a regular sleep schedule, if you haven't learned how to focus, and if you haven't cleaned up your diet, definitely do those things first or in conjunction with this. But these things are going to give you that extra edge if you need it. And it is my firm belief that you need these things. The last thing I'm going to say, if you want to be a high performer, is that if you would ask me, JK, do you think that you would have gotten to where you are in life? And where am I in life? I feel that I'm in great health for my age. I sacrificed most of my 30s, all my 30s, to be financially free and to build something that was going to help thousands of men and hopefully millions of men in the future to end their compulsive behavior. I had a dream and I had something I was really passionate about. But I also had ADHD. I'm not the smartest person out there. I don't have a traditional look. I didn't have the education that a lot of people had, but I had grit, I had the desire, I had a strong passion right here to help other people. I needed an extra edge. If you were to ask me, JK, could you have gotten to where you are today, the freedom you have in multiple areas of your life, without the help of supplements and things like peptides? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know if I would have gotten here without these things because they have been such an integral part of my life. So, this is propaganda, I'm telling you right now. What is propaganda? This is propaganda to get you used to this because I want you to win. I want you to see me taking this shit, and I want you to keep watching me. And I want you to go like, oh man, it's because he's on them peptides. It's the peptides that's keeping him that way. Remember, these are not steroids, just looking at my body. These are short-chain amino acids, which are already available in your body. I'm just gonna inject myself. You gotta keep your stuff clean. Now, your excuses are probably coming up. I don't like needles. This is an insulin syringe, and the needle is really tiny. You're also not poking this into anywhere that is going to hurt in a crazy way. You're just poking it into your fat. And as you can see, so I'm in Mexico right now. I've been enjoying some tacos, so there's a little bit of bulk. So I got some fat that I can inject. Any responsible place that gives this to you is going to show you how to administer it. And we have a partner lab where we do our blood work for elevated recovery. And our partner labs are all vetted. We look at all their results. We make sure that everything they do is by regulation. And they're the ones who provide us with peptides. They're the very same peptides that I take. This is NAD that I'm going to take, which gives you energy. It clears out toxins in the body. Now, some people say, and this is the length of the needle. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks pretty long, but even for somebody like me with lower body fat, this right here, this is still my body fat. This is not muscle. Feel a pinch, a little bit of pressure. That's about it. Pull it out, but there's no blood, there's nothing. Well, there's a little tiny thing there. So what NAD does is that, for me, is that it gives me a lot of energy. I mentioned in a previous video that if you overindulge in alcohol, or you've been very unhealthy, or you've been in a place where there are a lot of toxins, it's one of the things that can help clean out your body. Now, not every state allows you to carry your NAD like this, so you may have to order it from a state that allows you to do that. If you're interested in that, just hit us up. We'll give you the details. We'll have a conversation with you. And it's not me. I have certified health coaches who have all the certifications to diagnose, to teach you how to administer this, and to do all of it legally. I'm just the guy putting it into my body, so I'm not the one who's going to sit down and talk to you about your health issues. But if you're interested, we run a program called Optimum You, which is literally what it sounds like. It's designed to have you performing at your optimum level. And I put that program together because I wanted to perform at my optimum. And I'm telling you right now, I am, and I'm only getting better. And these are some of the things that actually help. So if you're interested, all you need to do is comment or send me a private message if you don't want everybody to see that you're into peptides. Comment peptides below or send me a private message, just peptides, P-E-P-T-I-D, yes? I'll give you all the details, okay? I'll introduce you to our health coaches so you can have a conversation about it and so you can start becoming optimum. Please, don't give excuses. Oh, I don't like needles. It's probably very expensive. I'll just change my diet, blah, 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 blah. Your life is passing you by. And the truth is, the people who are successful are never going to tell you the extra things that they do to get an edge. And the truth is, a lot of the things they do are damaging their organs and are not healthy. This is something healthy. This is something that is naturally occurring in your body in an unnatural environment that we live in. enough said. I'm Jake here, brother in the struggle. Talk to you later on in the week. Bye.